All right, guys, it's Friday. Got a beautiful blazer. Wrapping up, getting ready to head to the north. Second purchase from this customer. I think he's going to love it. Alvin has spent, I don't know, last 8 hours cleaning it. Customer didn't ask for that. Actually, we just wanted to make it real impressive when he got there. We thought he was coming in person, but he's not. That's okay, though. Oh, there's Raymond. As I said, if you ever think there's a dull moment around here, there's not. There's some real good stuff in the trailer, and that is a really cool truck on the back. So we'll get that stuff unloaded. Hopefully get that videoed for you guys today. Monty Truckload. Monty Truckload. You didn't. I've been telling you that every time. Why you just now?
You just registered. It hurts to laugh.
I swear, you can't make this stuff up. Monty Truckload. We have been driving it and driving it and driving it. Mickey Thompson. We now have our fourth wheel to make a full set of wheels. No fault of Mickey Thompson whatsoever. And we've actually got an amazing video coming today about a lot of Mickey Thompson stuff with Trista involved in it. And I think that's going to be a really cool one. So make sure you guys, if you haven't seen that one yet, look for it, search back. Hopefully it's going to work out good. It's going to be the first time I'm going to put her on the spot on camera, but she's in there actually learning some stuff currently because people from her generation don't understand. Unfortunately, I don't know what gen it is or you know, whatever. But Brady, my stepson, last night I got home, turned on the TV. I found out, I didn't know, Hulk Hogan died. I was like, dang it. I mean, I was in shock. I mean, I don't even know how to put it. It took me a second. I re-looked because, you know, you see a lot of fake news. So I looked on another thing, and I looked on another thing, and everything, it was the top news. Hulk Hogan passed away. So rest in peace. Prayers with the family. But he was an icon. Like, you know who he is, right, AJ? Just making sure.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Yes.
Ric Flair was crying on TV. So upset. So then I knew it was real. He did not even know who I was talking about. He never heard the word Hulk Hogan, the name Hulkster, the ripping the t-shirt off. He knew nothing. I had action figures, the whole WWF ring. I mean, you know, the toys. I wasn't that much into wrestling, but Hulk Hogan was the man. Like he was the man. So it is crazy how generational things change, kind of like this car. This car isn't for everybody. It depends on what generation you're from. Square bodies, they're not for everybody. Three-wheelers, they're not for everybody. But they darn sure are for the generation I come from, and it's really unfortunate. Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan. Yeah, so, and I don't want to say his name wrong, but the fella from Duck Dynasty, the grandfather or the Phil Robinson. Phil Robinson. I didn't want to say it wrong. I knew Robinson. I just didn't know the first part. So many people have passed away, and it's crazy from the generation that, you know, that I guess I come from. So anyway, rest in peace for Hulk Hogan. Blazer getting ready to load up. I think that's going to Connecticut. We actually have a really, 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 really rare ATV. I don't think I'll get a chance to capture it today, but I will capture it for you guys. And I'm going to start mixing in some of that content now that we're getting a little bit more organized and going over these ATVs line by line. This was an ATV that I can tell you when I bought it from the man, he was like, oh my gosh, I hope you really love it. I was like, I'm going to love it. It's going to live itself in a museum. He was like, great. That's what I want to hear. And I don't want to call it a museum, but it's going to live itself in a great indoors life. But I told him, I was like, my buddy had one of those, and I thought it was the dumbest, ugliest four-wheeler there was. Like, I thought it was just ridiculous because it was so weird looking. It looked like a Martian compared to a four-wheeler. Well, lo and behold, they only made 500 of them. 500, period. Let's just call it 50 states. That means 10 went to every state. 5 of them were destroyed, 5 per state were probably destroyed within the first year and broken and thrown away. And then some of them went out of the country. But I dare say this bike is one of maybe 100 still left in the States, and that may be overdoing the number. So I'm really, really excited to be able to show you guys that. And a lot of y'all will say, dang, I didn't know they were that rare, and dang, that thing was ugly or is ugly. A lot of y'all never even saw one probably, so that's going to be pretty neat. Another thing I want to touch on, while we got Squarebody, Money Truckload, and let's go over there real quick. Pause it. While this truck's up on the rack, just want you guys to see under it just so you can get a better taste of what this truck looks like. You can even read the numbers in the frame. So this truck was not a rust bucket. All frames had numbers stamped on them, but most of the time the frames have been sanded so hard or sandblasted so hard, you'll never see them again. That is the crispest frame number I have seen in a very, very long time. Now, it's kind of old school underneath with the colors and all the things, but dang, she's clean. And you can see the effort Raymond goes to when towing these. He's actually got a piece of carpet on the hook just to not damage anything. So we try to go the extra mile. But this is a beautiful blue with a little bit of purple pearl in the paint, step side. Is it my glasses or can you see it too? Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah, so it's not just a faded blue. It's actually a really pretty blue with some pearl in it. Well, it looks, yeah, if you catch it right, I'm looking at it from this angle. It does look gray also, which is cool with the color. Dual shock hoops. You guys comment if there's enough demand for those. Brian and Daniel can fabricate those in the shop. We've talked about remaking them. If there's enough demand for them, that's something that can be done. So reach out. We'd have to make a quantity of them to make it worthwhile, but we don't have a problem doing it. 39.5 Swampers, 16.5 welds, Dana 60 front, 14 bolt back, disc braked on the back. This truck's done well. Look at even the exhaust, just nice and clean. Gibson exhaust, looks to be stainless. Even the drop down pieces, polished. Somebody's gonna really appreciate this truck a lot. No, she's dry. She's dry underneath, so that's cool. Big block, 1 ton running gear. So I just wanted to show you guys, not to get you too excited before it's checked in because it's not on the web yet, but there you go. Peek it. Nah. Save that. Save that. Yeah, we can't. Another day, another episode. How about that? We're getting a little ahead of ourselves sometimes. It is. I showed you guys in a little short clip. AJ went and got a great abundance of product picked up yesterday. Some axles, a transmission, a VIN number cab with title, rust-free parts and pieces, some really, really good stuff, and some OE interior. So that's going to be great for a project. I also mentioned section number 3 that we were in, moving those big tires. Very well may become an area where we start stockpiling. Well, we're already stockpiling, but maybe more organized stockpiling, I should say, of ready to go cleaned and reconditioned axles, not to sell as a parts company, to use. So that way if a customer comes in and says, I want that Blazer, but I want it on 1 tons. It's not a problem. We don't say no to it currently, but then we have to go get the axles, pop them open, make sure they match, lightly recondition them depending on what they need, sandblast, clean, paint, possibly go internal to seals and gears. That's where the time frame problem is. If we had them palletized and ready to go, AJ, grab pallet number 33, Dana 60 14 bolt disc brake converted, white Blazer. Done. In the shop, out of the shop, possibly the same day. I know that seems like a crazy feat because that is a crazy feat currently, but it may not be a crazy feat in the future if we can get to that point and get organized enough. Already doing all we can do, but if we can have some people getting those things ready, getting them on pallets and getting them shelved, organized, and inventoried. I know what we have. Brian knows what we have. Daniel knows what we have. We all know what we also personally have, but putting our hands on it at the right time is also another story for another day. While we're inside, we don't have to worry about the noise quite as much. Normally that background noise would have really screwed our video up, but not anymore. So when I open this truck up, just while I talk, you guys can kind of just walk around. And it's still filthy from coming back from the event. And any of you guys that were at Bloomsburg and stopped by and took the time to talk, chat, buy merchandise, shake a hand, we do appreciate it. We had a lot, and I want to say a lot of subscribers, followers on social media that came out to that event specifically to come by and visit with us. And of course, it was a great event. They didn't just come just to see us and our ugly mugs, but a lot of them did say, hey, I wouldn't have come, but hey, we didn't have a whole lot going on. I said, let's do it. Let's go out there. And thank you guys for that. But the part that is the most pleasing is to come back. Of course, the red truck is sold. A reminder, AJ, we got to take that to him on Monday and bring the Jeep back. Oh, so it may not leave. So Daniel's got to change the wheels out. So maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. But when we post things on social media, and the reason we did not ever really push our social media, though we've had it for 15 years or however long, Facebook and Instagram has been a thing, so many negative people about pricing and about other things. I didn't care. I got tough skin. But it always offended my guys. They take heart. This is where they come every day to come to work. This is where their paycheck comes from. And they are family. These vehicles, what makes their living. But complete 360. We rarely go to events. We rarely have time. We all have families. We spend time with our families. This year, we have a boat event this weekend. My boat has not even been out to be prepared. And the reason is my extra hours have gone into getting trucks ready, working over, trying to also balance family and not have an upset woman at home, as well as Brian, as well as Daniel, and that's a hard balance. But making it out to that show, every single naysayer on the page or on the channel is now met with so much opposition because people have seen it in person. We took that red truck. There was no plans to take that truck. It was sold. The man said, JW, go ahead and take it. I was like, all right, that's fine. We had another truck we had planned on taking that we didn't get finished in time. Grimace and the Suburban are drivers. They are trucks that get driven. They're not show trucks. This truck has been driven multiple times since coming back. It has one of my three-wheelers in the back. But people, when somebody says something about price now, they're like, you haven't seen their stuff in person. I have. So many comments like that. Well worth every penny. The blue, I don't think you can zoom in far enough. The blue step side over there, it's a $49,000 truck. Every single comment, it's underpriced. It's worth more than that. Try building one for that. You should go see their product. You should go visit their showrooms. It is so amazing to finally have people understand the labor of love that goes into our trucks. Now, does it go into a $20,000 truck like it does a $100,000 or $200,000 truck? It does not. No, absolutely not. But when we make a description, when we represent a truck, we're going to do the best we can. Just like the white Blazer. AJ and Christian can take pictures of that Blazer like you see most every other dealer post, and I promise you, you would never notice the paint problem. They can edit the crap out of it, and you'll never notice that it has faded paint and clear coat paint problems. That's what everybody else would post. My description solely says it has a paint issue. Look at the paint issue. Look up close and look at the paint issue. Like, we can't be any more thorough, transparent, I also can't sell everybody 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, $200,000 trucks. We know people want less expensive trucks, but you can bank on that the description is going to be accurate at the end of the day, for darn sure. We are getting organized in here, and for those that are new followers, we've picked up 10 or 15,000 new followers recently across all of our platforms. Thank you guys. Welcome to Davis Drives, Davis Auto Sales in Richmond, Virginia. But for those that are new, this particular showroom will eventually become only square bodies with square body memorabilia, as well as stuff from the 70s and 80s. Behind us is where the podcast studio will be. Also, that's our showroom 2 for our classic cars, stacked 3 high. Also in there will be a lot of the ATVs and ATCs. This area here, you see the black beam behind these trucks. Everything from the black beam up, we'll have 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers on display at a cool angle so you can see what they are, you can see the decals, you can see the detail, you can see everything. Also in here, which we're doing a video and the lights aren't even on, we've installed special lights so that you can see what you're looking at. You can see the paint finish, you can see the undercarriage. It's not going to be dark. When you walk up to a truck like this, I want you to be able to see. I don't want you to have blind spots. I don't want my guys to have blind spots taking pictures. Now, the only downfall to this is, if you're asking about the red Chevy over there in the corner, please realize there's usually a truck in this spot right here. There's usually 2 trucks in this spot right here, and then 2 trucks in the spot beside it. It may take moving 5 to 6 vehicles to get to that one. If you're coming on a Saturday, or even if we make an appointment for a Sunday, it'll take a little maneuvering. We can get out this door, but unfortunately currently there's about 6 trucks on the other side of it blocking us from coming out of it. So even though we thought through very much, and unfortunately we don't have room to go out that side, we do have to maneuver some things around from time to time. So please remember to call ahead. Thanks guys for the support. Thank each and every one of you that's commenting on those posts that has either been here, which is excellent. Then you've really seen everything. You have almost 500 vehicles to look at when you come here. They're not all square bodies. They're not all bucket trucks. They're not all Lamborghinis and Corvettes. It's a hodgepodge of a lot of things, including parts vehicles. But you have a lot to look at. At the show, we ended up with 5 trucks that we brought personally, 3 customer trucks, and then there was 6 or 8 customer trucks scattered around the fairgrounds. And out of 2,000 trucks, so many people have commented, especially about Brown Bear or the red truck. They were their favorites and nicest, cleanest trucks. Not over the top, of course, not show trucks, because, guys, there were some mammoths there that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hours spent across those trucks. But we were very appreciative to have all the positive that came from it. Any used truck's going to have some negatives. Any new used trucks can have some flaws. But we do the best to represent it. And the people that look were like, JW, when I saw the video you did of that truck, you couldn't have been more straight up. When I saw y'all unveil this truck, you couldn't have been more straight up. People ask about AJ. People ask about Christian. People ask about Alvin. That's how faithful you guys are. You hear me talk about it, and they also like, are they here? Love to get them a drink. Or, I'm like, no, unfortunately, some had to stay home. Some came. We'll try to alternate that going forward. And one more shout out to Mickey Thompson. Big things coming with Mickey in conjunction with us, and we are very proud of it. Look at there. You can see AJ waving at you in the reflection. Trista's going to do the video here in a little bit. Hopefully that goes over well. AJ's got to move some trucks around. We got some stuff that's sold that needs to be pulled out. Thanks, guys, for the support. Thanks for everything. As always, Davis Auto Sales in Richmond, Virginia.